Hi everybody, my name's Shanice Phillips, my pronouns are she, her, and I sit in the Group Diversity, Equity and Inclusion team here at Barclays. I am super excited to be here at the event today. For me, as a young trans person, coming out as a trans individual with no role models in what I like to call proper jobs at that time meant that I really couldn't see where I belonged in the world. So having a group of individuals here on site in our head office, listening to role models across lots of different industries, understanding that they can and they will achieve whatever they want as long as they're strong ambassadors for their own cause and themselves, is super inspiring and a little bit emotional. So thank you very much, Trans in the City, for launching the programme. Thank you to my own business for the partner. I'm super excited for what will come out of it. And of course, I stand with trans.
Hello, we are at the Barclays today for the Student Ambassadors launch, but Sarah, what are we doing?
We have got an amazing group of trans and non-binary students who are, they may be at university, they may be interns. We've also got some graduates and those who are at the very beginning of their career. And we're putting on a host of workshops and panels, and there's some really exciting entertainment this afternoon for them.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward. We're doing a panel together, in fact, around workplace inclusion, what you can expect in an inclusive workplace.
Mm-hmm. What to look for as well. You know, these students, as they're moving on from university and they're looking to their careers, they have got really key things they're going to be looking for from employers, and we're going to be talking about how to dig those out and how to discover them.
In fact, this sounds really staged, but it's not. In fact, I was doing some research recently, and it seems that about 60% of Gen Zs value a workplace's ethics, the morals that it publishes, more so than the salary itself.
Yeah.
They look for organisations that values align with them. So today we're focusing quite heavily on, how do you actually find out if a workplace has those values that you're looking for?
Yeah, and also just giving them the chance to network, speak to other people in similar positions to them, and have that chance, because it can be quite isolated out there, and we want to bring people together and give them lots of free food, which students of course need, and hopefully they'll have a great time.
Hi Vicky, it's really exciting to be here in the Barclays at Canary Wharf. Today is the third day of Trans Awareness Week, and Trans in the City are doing this amazing Student Ambassador event. So could you just tell us a little bit about it and why we're doing it?
Absolutely. I mean, you're right. Beautiful day, beautiful environment, and beautiful people. I mean, what way to have day 3 of Trans Awareness Week? Today is all about the young trans and non-binary community. Not just empowering them to be their true selves, but also showing them, that you can be anything that you want to be, and that's the sole purpose today. And of course, building the bond between the student and the university, and of course, apprentices, grads, and interns, and their employers too.
And Adam, you did an amazing talk yesterday at the JP Morgan event. So could you just tell us what you do and why you're here today?
So I'm currently on my part-time master's degree at Queen Mary University of London. I'm also a social activist and a community organiser, and I'm here today to basically show off the intersections of being a student and activism, and why it's really important to be engaged with trans activism whilst at university, to kind of bridge the gap into employment, into the higher education, and into other institutions as well.
I was really impressed with the talk you gave yesterday, because you were talking about how you get up in the morning and then you decide what kind of activism you're going to do that day, and that's kind of really like cutting edge. You don't really have an agenda, do you? You just do what you need to do that day.
Yeah, exactly. When I get up in the morning, I sometimes might have a general idea of what things I need to get done in the day, but for someone like me, I'm most efficient where I don't have any boundaries or barriers to inform what I do. Some days I can be a lot more active, I have a lot more capacity on some days, and other days not, and then also that enables me to really up my game when different communities need it, and especially in the last year, as we've seen in the UK, the trans community really needs solid activists to stand up for them.
So it gives you that freedom just to do what you need to do, on a day-to-day basis. Yeah. Vicky, why do we need this event?
I think more so, as Adam just touched upon, there's been a lot of nastiness this year, right? But this week has been about trans joy and positivity. and I see our young trans and non-binary community, people like Adam and everybody else in this room, thriving already, and we want to help them continue to thrive. What we don't want is people coming out of university, proud to be themselves, going into an employer, and going back in the closet. That is not what we want at all. So we're hoping that people will go into the business, be ambassadors, and also educate the educators and those in senior positions. I'm proud to say that Adam has actually just signed up as a student ambassador.
Oh, that's amazing.
So
Well,
yeah, I've got that on camera now, you can't back out.
Congratulations, you're committed now. Yeah.
Thank you.
So, I'm really excited about the kind of like the toolkit that we're going to be giving the students through this event. Can you just talk about what kind of, experience this is going to give students and what tools that will be available to them?
Absolutely. The workshops today predominantly focus on building confidence and resilience and empowering people to have conversations with senior leaders. We've got some of our amazing directors and of course Bobby Pickard, our CEO today, speaking and showing them that there is visible representation in corporates, particularly where they are senior leaders in the trans and non-binary community. People think it's not there and we need to showcase it absolutely is.
Yeah.
And building those skill sets not only for going into employment and talking to people, but also for interviews and assessment centres and workshops. It's really good.
Well, have an absolutely amazing day. I'll catch up with you later and we can, talk about how it went.
Brilliant.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, Vicky, and thanks, Adam.
Hi Emily, really nice to see you here at the day 3 of the Trans Awareness Week, and we're in this amazing Barclays office building in Canary Wharf. We are. And Transit City are doing this amazing event for student ambassadors. So could you just tell us why, Transit City are doing this event today and what it means to you personally?
Well, there's a couple of things for this. We've always been looking at the corporate scene in what we do, and that's our reason for being, is to make corporates a better place for trans and non-binary people to work. But where do corporates get their talent from? And one of the big questions we push is, where are you going to get your talent? And that talent is going to come through, in some part, the university pipeline. And I think for all of the directors, and certainly for myself, I can think back as far as the last century when I was a student, which is thoroughly depressing to think how long ago it was.
Yeah.
If I think back to then about what future I thought I had as a trans person, I was deeply closeted, and one of the things that kept me in the closet was, could I have a job? Could I have employment? Could I have prospects? Could I prosper at work? So actually bringing something together to help that transition from higher education into work is something that's really close to all of our hearts. And to have these incredibly and infuriatingly articulate students coming on board with us to really talk about what it means to them, talk about what having some hope, having an in, that's really, really crucial to us. So really exciting for me, really exciting for us as an organisation.
Yeah, I just kind of think about, had this been around, this kind of thing been available when I was a student, it would have been so amazing to get that support from an organisation like Transit City. It's really exciting that we're giving this set of tools to students, so when they go back to their universities or placements at work, they're going to have this kind of support from an organisation like Transit City, to access those resources. And I think it's really important. It's going to make such a difference.
Well, it is, but it's support from us. Absolutely, it's support from us as Trans in the City, and opening our networks and giving a space really for people to learn, to speak up, to gain skills. But they're supporting us too. As a group. And I've already alluded to the fact, and I bet you were last century as well as a student. Our experiences are of a different time. They're of a different time where it wasn't clear that you could be yourself. Section 28 was still a thing. That governed universities as much as anyone else. It is a different world now. So these amazing student ambassadors are bringing that whole fresh perspective to us. Because otherwise we do, and I said this the other night, we do become the tragic folks who turn up at the student union bar 20 years after graduation trying to recapture a lost youth.
Indeed.
We won't do that. We're going to let them bring their youth to us.
Yes.
And that makes me sound like some sort of vampire that we're luring them to the castle.
But you're not a vampire.
But they're bringing something to the table. So this is really a mutual thing for us.
And you're doing a panel later in the day today.
I am.
Can you just tell us a little bit about that?
I would do if I really knew what I was going to be talking
Have you
about.
made any notes yet?
I've got. No,
Are you
of
just
course I
going to wing
haven't.
it as usual?
Of course I haven't. I never do that. No, we'll be talking about that importance of the transition into the workplace. What does it mean to be trans to be a trans exec in business today, and really saying that there is no ceiling for people. There are people within Trans in the City at all levels of careers, from entry level, through to senior execs within businesses. And we want to make it really clear that you're not just going to be tolerated at work. It's not going to be, well, you'll find a job, some job, any job. You can find a really good job. You can really prosper in work. So that's what we're going to be talking about, is how do we do that? How do we make that a reality for everyone? Because it's not just good for the youngsters. I want to know that as well. I want to know that my career is on track, that I can do the things I want to do.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to hearing that panel. Thanks so much for having a quick chat with me. Hopefully catch up with you later.
You will.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
So here we are, Sky, third day of Trans Awareness Week, and we're in the Barclays amazing building down at Canary Wharf. Absolutely stunning views. So we're here today to do the Student Ambassadors event. So what's your impression of what this is about today?
So today we are going to be opening up and starting our absolutely incredible Student Ambassador scheme, where we're going to try to get young trans, non-binary and gender diverse, gender non-conforming, gender expansive people who are in education, in further education, or starting at looking there and embarking upon their journey into work, and trying to show them that they are supported, to give them help, to give them a foot into the door into the corporate world. Because young people, they're our future.
Young people are definitely our future, and I'm really excited that Trans in the City is kind of embracing this, and doing this ambassadors event for students, because they are the future in business and universities and everything else. Okay,
Absolutely.
so we're giving them these tools and this kind of support that they need to succeed in, back in the workplace.
Absolutely.
Or back in university.
I just think it's wonderful.
It's
we're getting people coming through the door who are just wonderful.
Yeah.
They are absolutely coming through, and these people, these young people, are just going to be showing the world how incredible trans, non-binary and gender diverse people are. And I think the fact that Trans in the City can do just any small part of making somebody feel that they are valued, to making their journey into work, their journey into employment, into careers, actually that they are supported, that they are heard, that they're not alone, and that they are wonderful.
Well, thank you so much for having a quick chat with me. Hopefully we'll catch up later in the day and see how it's gone.
Brilliant, absolutely.
Thanks.
Thank you so much.